Look at this. This is me 30 days ago, and this is me today. I lost 18 pounds in 30 days. But honestly, the number on the scale is not the most shocking part of the story. What actually happened to my body, my energy, my mindset over these 30 days, that's what I need to tell you about. Because it wasn't pretty, it wasn't perfect. And there were days I completely fell apart. Stay with me till the end, because I'm going to show you exactly what I ate, exactly how I worked out, what worked, what was a total waste of time, and the 1 week that almost made me quit everything. Hey, welcome back. Or if you're new here, hi, I'm Alex. So about 30 days ago, I made a decision. I was tired. Tired of feeling sluggish, tired of avoiding mirrors, tired of saying I'll start Monday and never actually starting. So I did something I've never done before. I filmed everything. Every win, every meal, every workout, every bad day, and I compiled it all into this video so you can see exactly what a real, unfiltered 30-day weight loss journey looks like. Here's what my starting point looked like. My starting weight was 224 pounds. My waist was 42 inches. And how did I feel? Honestly, terrible, tired, uncomfortable in my own skin, and done with making excuses. Here's the plan I decided to follow, and I'm going to break it all down for you. Let's get into it. Week 1 was brutal. I think that's something nobody talks about enough. Day 1 and day 2, I felt motivated, like genuinely excited. I meal prepped, I hit the gym, I drank my water. I felt like a completely new person. I thought to myself, why didn't I start this sooner? This is easy. Then day 3 hit. The hunger was real. The cravings were insane. I wanted to eat literally everything in sight. My body was basically screaming at me, what are you doing? This is not normal. Give me the pizza back. For food in week 1, I kept it really simple. My goal was 1,800 calories per day. I focused on high-protein whole foods, chicken, eggs, rice, vegetables, nothing fancy. Nothing expensive, just clean, filling food that kept me from going crazy. For workouts, I did 4 days of a mix of cardio and weight training for about 45 minutes each session. I didn't go crazy in week 1 because I knew burnout was the enemy. I've made that mistake before, going too hard too fast and then doing nothing by week 2. Not this time. So at the end of week 1, I stepped on the scale. I dropped 6 pounds in week 1. Now before you get too excited, a big chunk of that is water weight, and I want to be completely real with you about that. But honestly, seeing that number still kept me going. It gave me just enough fuel to push into week 2. But week 2 is where things got really interesting and really hard. Stick with me. Week 2 is where most people quit, and I almost did. The motivation from week 1 was completely gone. Like someone just switched it off. I wasn't seeing big drops on the scale anymore. I was sore. I was tired. I was going to bed thinking about food. And then it happened, day 11. I sat on my kitchen floor and ate half a bag of chips. I'm telling you this because if you are on day 10 or day 11 of your own journey right now, and you feel like you've completely failed, you haven't, this is completely normal. This is the wall. Almost everyone hits it. I got back on track the very next morning. I didn't try to punish myself or starve myself to make up for the chips. I just woke up, had my breakfast, and continued. That decision to just continue was probably the most important moment of the entire 30 days. Here's what I learned in week 2 more than anything else. Consistency beats perfection every single time. You don't need a perfect week. You need a persistent one. In week 2, I added 30 minutes of walking every morning on top of my regular workouts. I also started tracking more carefully using MyFitnessPal, and it was genuinely eye-opening to see where my calories were actually coming from. Turns out my healthy peanut butter habit was costing me 400 calories a day without me even realizing it. End of week 2, total loss, 10 pounds. The scale moved slower this week, only 4 pounds compared to 6 in week 1. But something else happened. My clothes were fitting differently. My jeans weren't as tight. My shirt wasn't pulling the same way. Honestly, that meant more to me than the number on the scale did. Week 3 is when my body started visibly changing, and I have to show you what happened. Something shifted in week 3. I don't know exactly what day it happened, but one morning I woke up and I actually had energy. Like real energy, not coffee energy. I forced myself out of bed energy. actual, genuine energy. I was sleeping better. My digestion improved. I stopped craving junk food as intensely as I had in the first 2 weeks. It was like my body had finally accepted the new routine and stopped fighting me on it. By week 3, I pushed myself harder in workouts. I bumped up to 5 days a week and started adding heavier weights to my sessions. I was walking more, lifting more, and recovering faster than I expected. I also got more creative with food in week 3 because boredom is honestly one of the biggest reasons people fall off a diet. If you're eating the same 3 meals on repeat and hating every bite, you will quit. So I started rotating meals more, and here are 3 things I was eating constantly. First was grilled chicken with roasted sweet potato and steamed broccoli, around 520 calories and 48 grams of protein. Super filling, takes about 25 minutes to make, and I genuinely looked forward to it. Second was a scrambled egg and turkey wrap with spinach and salsa in a whole wheat tortilla, about 420 calories and 35 grams of protein. Perfect for breakfast or lunch. Third was ground turkey rice bowls with black beans, diced tomatoes, and a little hot sauce, around 550 calories and 42 grams of protein. Honestly, one of the tastiest things I ate the entire month. End of week 3 total, 14 pounds down. And more importantly, look at this. Side by side, week 1 versus week 3. The mirror doesn't lie. Week 4 brought my biggest single week result of the entire challenge, and I'm going to show you everything, including the final before and after. Going into the final week, I had 2 choices. I could coast to the finish line, or I could push harder than I had the entire month. I chose to push. I increased my daily steps to 12,000 a day. I tightened up my eating and got even more precise with my portions. I cut out late night snacking completely for the final 7 days, which if you knew me before this challenge, you'd know that was genuinely one of the hardest things I did this entire month. I used to eat half my daily calories after 9 p.m. Was cutting it out easy? Was it worth it? Something I didn't expect in week 4, I stopped doing this for the after photo. Somewhere along the way I started doing it because I genuinely felt better. I had more confidence, was more productive, my mood was more stable, was showing up differently in my everyday life. The weight loss almost became secondary to just feeling like myself again. And then came the final win. After 30 days I weighed 206 pounds. That is 18 pounds lost in 30 days. My waist went from 42 inches to 38 inches. And here it is, 30 days, side by side. I'm not going to pretend this was easy because it wasn't, but I will tell you this. If you have been on the fence about starting, if you have been saying I'll start when things calm down, or I'll start next week, or I'll start after the holidays, start now, start today. Your 30-day from now self will be so grateful that you did. Let me quickly run through what actually worked and what didn't, because I want this to be genuinely useful for you. What worked? High protein eating kept me full and helped me hold on to muscle. Tracking my calories on MyFitnessPal, not obsessively but consistently, because awareness really is everything. Walking every single day, which is massively underrated and completely free. Sleeping 7 to 8 hours, because recovery is part of the process whether you like it or not. And filming myself, which created a level of accountability I've never had before. What didn't work, or flat out wasted my time? Overcomplicating my meals in the beginning and spending 2 hours on Sunday doing elaborate meal prep that I got tired of by Wednesday. Weighing myself multiple times a day, way too much mental noise, and it messed with my head more than it helped. It's trying to do intense workouts every single day, which led straight to burnout by day 5. And trying to cut out carbs completely in the first few days, it wasn't sustainable. My energy crashed and I ended up resenting the whole process. So that's it, 30 days, 18 pounds. Completely different relationship with my body, with food, and honestly with myself. I went from 224 pounds to 206 pounds. From a 42-inch waist to 38 inches. From waking up exhausted every morning to actually feeling alive. If this video helped you at all, gave you motivation, gave you ideas, made you feel like you're not alone in this, please hit the like button. It genuinely helps this video reach more people who might really need it. Drop in the comments right now, what day of your journey are you on? Day 1? Day 15? Haven't started yet? Read every single comment and I will reply. If you want to see my exact full meal plan, my complete workout routine broken down day by day, or a 60-day follow-up video, Subscribe and hit the bell so you don't miss it. You've got this. I'll see you in the next one.